I'm gonna say my if top four, and then I'm gonna say what I think the top four is gonna be. If we get our signings, I think United's gonna finish second. I said if. You know I'm a United fan, but I can't.
Yo, bro, the deadline is on Monday.
I know to mention one of the greatest managers that he's considered one of the greatest managers now, and he finished what 8th place his first season.
Yeah, I see what's going on, man.
Damn.
Footy Fanatics changed. It's Footy Fanatics Football Club now.
No the vibes.
Is it really a vibe? And this podcast is brought to you by Oskies and, of course, your one and only energy drink.
Sugar-free.
Problem. Battery cocaine liquid. Feel me?
Can I get my Monster back, sir? Thank you, bro.
Kiko.
Energy, man.
Speak to me. How's your energy, bro?
Tie right now.
You just hot. Yo, Shippy, change that shirt, man. Been on the cast a couple times.
And guess what?
Give it a break.
United been out of top four a couple times.
And you spent $250 million to get out the Carling Cup. Oh, I'm sorry, the Carabao Cup.
Yo,
I'm going to holler at you. Yo, speaking of the Carabao Cup, though.
Thanks.
What's your thought about the exits? Obviously, the biggest exits we've seen so far is Chelsea and Liverpool.
What's a fraud?
Yo,
You already know it's my obligatory comment. Is how you say that word?
Mia.
That's how you say it, right?
Lisa.
Yo, Chelsea, bro.
All right,
Fraud. Lampard, gotta go. Simple.
That game, what I will say is, I'm not digging how he's overusing Mason Mount. Like I think he's played every minute of every game. So you think
Mason Mount?
It's not his fault.
His penalty miss was because of how many games he.
No,
as a professional, you have
just
to do it.
Because the game itself, honestly, I think first half we were all over them. They couldn't. I had no clue what kind of tactics Spurs came out with. Mm-hmm. Second half, they kind of changed it up a little bit. They went a little more direct, and then we couldn't get that rhythm we had. But a few things like Mason Mount, I really feel like he's got to change up his personnel a little bit. It's a little predictable, his lineups. But hey, penalties is penalties. You out. Mendy, I think, had a good debut, made a couple good saves.
I think he had a great debut, but you can't whatchamacallit. You can't focus on Mendy, and this is what I'm trying to say. You're going in there to win, and
that's all it's about.
We were talking about that earlier. Oh, Omar, you always say it's a charity cup. I think it's a charity cup, but yeah,
it's a cup.
Yeah,
it's a cup. It's a cup. It's a cup. Cup is a cup. True, I get it. But when you're fielding your strong starting 11 and Spurs is really not coming in with the strong starting 11, then there's thoughts over there. That's how I saw it. You know, there's a lot of questions.
Thing with him and Mourinho.
Of course.
On the touchline.
And Mourinho's. Obviously, King responds. He always has to respond for something, and he said what made 100%. Yeah. So that's to me on Chelsea. What you really think Lampard is a fraud?
100%.
Enrique, how about you?
Pulling up right now is the next game y'all was gonna play just so I can roast a little bit, but
it's Palace.
But here's my thing though.
And Palace looking alright.
Whether he's a fraud or not, I mean, all I know is his seat is hot. It's
so
getting
Lampard.
hot.
I think Lampard is starting to realize maybe I don't have the safety that I did the first season.
And that's
he doesn't.
I know he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Lampard's seat is starting to get hot, which brought back to our point. Whether he's a fraud or not, he's not going to last long if it keeps going like this.
So, I mean, to answer the question, he's a fraud. I mean, if you look at his first season,
I don't think he's a fraud.
It's not a fraud season, but now it's like you have the squad you needed. So you added to the defense that was atrocious last season. You added Ziyech, you added Werner, you added Havertz. Now there's literally no excuses. So those problems that probably people like you call him a fraud, they're going to be even more exposed now.
I know y'all was looking at me like I had 4 eyes last time because I was calling Pep out and I was calling Lampard out, right? But the thing is here, when we looking at Lampard, and somebody even said it in the comments on the last video, if y'all peep that, go peep that real quick. He said that if Sarri had the same team, he would have still made the same position that he did. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So it's like Lampard last season didn't do like nothing extraordinary. It was a basic season. He struggled. We seen the struggles. We seen what needed work and what didn't. And I feel like he put the money in the wrong places because your biggest problem was your defense, and you didn't strengthen that defense. You only got Chilwell, and it's like the center backs. You really cannot be relying on Rudiger and Christensen or whatever his name is, Zuma. We've seen how shaky Zuma is. He's still Zuma's still under that category where you don't know if he's still like an academy baller or he's finally a first team player. You know, he's literally stuck in between because you see glimpses of first team, but then you remember, wow, he really looks like he's coming straight at.
He's got a mistake in him. They all got mistakes in him.
I think the transfers was looking a little. I was thinking about it the other day. A lot of firepower. Nobody in the defense. So,
but you know, I'm gonna still give him time because honestly, we haven't seen our best player, Ziyech, Pulisic. Once you like everyone is fit and available, I'm not gonna adhere to the fraud.
But here's my thing: this idea of Sarri. How do we know these players, the Mason Mounts, the Tammys, the Hudson-Odois, the Tamoris, would they have adapted to Sarri ball?
That's
what I'm saying,
thing.
bro. Look what Sarri did with Juve. They almost threw away the league in a league that they dominated the last decade. So, is Sarri a good manager? That's up for debate.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a great manager for clubs that rebuild. Mm-hmm. But for these elite clubs, I don't know if Sarri's the guy. So I don't think a comparison with Lampard and Sarri is valid. I think if we were to jump, if the argument was, would Conte take this team to fourth place? I think that's more valid.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't like the Sarri because I don't really rate Sarri.
Before we jump, right? To Juve, let's look at the season before. And when I brought it to light, people were like, "Oh wow, yeah, he's spitting facts right now," because it's not that different of a team. Sarri is playing with such a similar team.
I totally agree. And Sarri didn't get that firepower to spend, bro. Did he really spend like that?
He spent. Yeah, he did.
Give me the signings he got. 50 on Morata.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Conte was
50 on Jorginho and almost 80 on Kepa. I'm not taking Sarri serious after you spent 80 on Kepa.
And that's
but Kepa's first season wasn't a bad season.
What do you mean? It wasn't a bad season? He pulled them off in the cup final.
Come off. And here's another thing too. Remember,
that's why
same penalties for him.
But remember,
man, that's why I don't take Sarri serious.
And here's the other thing I feel like you guys keep confusing. You confuse backing with 6, 7, 8 signings. Bro, Sarri brought in 2 guys. Their value together is over 140.
Almost.
So that's still being backed.
Yeah, but that was during a time where it wasn't out of crisis, and people was getting cracked, bill after bill. Let's be real. United spent 85 for Maguire.
But look how Chelsea pulled off this transfer kitty. The ban helped them save money.
You see, I'm not gonna lie. The ban one and the coronavirus has showed you that teams. Bro, Memphis Depay is going for like 20 mil.
But even before Corona, we signed Ziyech for 35.
Yeah, but Ziyech was you look at it. That whole Ajax squad was sold on cheap.
It was sold on cheap, but it wasn't down to Sarri.
Yeah, but De Ligt was before Corona. And De Ligt is 19 years old.
You're talking about post-Corona.
Yeah, I'm talking post-Corona. So they getting Kai
Havertz would have went for over 100.
If this was last summer and they didn't have a transfer ban and they would have spent bread, Timo was not leaving for 55.
What do you mean? So, yeah,
he would have went. No, he would have went for 55. But he would have went to Liverpool.
Nah, those
I think he's a 75 million player.
Nah, he's worth, but he had a release clause, and when that doesn't matter. And even with Havertz, it wasn't like how much you really think he was worth.
Bro, Havertz was worth 100 mil.
And we paid like 90. So it's about the same.
72 with add-ons.
Which is about 90. So it's like the prices we paid for these guys is the actual price. And I don't think like the thing with Sarri is cool, but it just didn't work. If you felt the club, if at
Juve you almost missed the plot.
No, bro, I'm gonna give Lampard time. Give him a year at least with his players.
I want to put something into perspective to what Reek said, but I'm gonna give you the question, right? So let's say now Lampard got the backing in the attacking department, but he didn't in the defense, right? He didn't get Chilwell. He didn't get nobody in defense. Do you think he would deserve another season? If he wanted his transfers and he wasn't getting them, he only got half of them.
Okay,
he deserves another season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Ole's stance too.
But just to confirm, when did Ole come in?
Ole came in last year. But
last year, midway.
Midway year before that.
Okay, but he had a full season last year.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so you ain't count Lampard's last whole year. Nobody's counting that.
No, but after this season, if Ole doesn't get sacked, you would have 2.5 years. Lampard right now is only a year and change in.
Now let's look at how many players he's brought in and how has it changed on. Like, where has the change been? Yeah, but where has...
That's why give him a year.
But last season, was there really tremendous amount of change in Chelsea? Chelsea was not struggling without him.
Of course it was changed.
So what? You were... actually, you were struggling with him, right? Without him.
What
position did you end that year before?
No, with Sarri, they finished third.
Oh, no, so you weren't there.
And they were higher with Sarri than they were with Lampard.
That's my point. I don't know why I was thinking of United. So Ole comes in, does a change, they improve a little bit, right? So people have to understand that I'm actually gonna remove this whole Ole and Lampard debate right now because I don't even want to keep talking about it. We talked about a great deal of time last episode, but this is what we gotta look at it from United's perspective. If Ole gets sacked, you know what's gonna happen? There's gonna be another manager. He's gonna spend 200 mil. He's going to have one season to try to perform, and he's going to get sacked. And then another manager, and he's going to get 200 mil, and then he's going to get sacked. So the fans need to be extremely, extremely patient right now.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, it's going to be the same thing with another manager. We're not getting backing. So if he's doing his thing right now with these amount of plays, I know the last couple of games we've been looking negative too, but we see glimpses of United. Just wait it out.
That's like City. That's like City when after Mancini, after Pellegrini. Let's be real. City wouldn't be where they at without, well, obviously the funds, and then 2, obviously, Pep. Yeah. Pep came and changed their style of play.
And you failed to mention one of the greatest managers that he's considered one of the greatest managers now. And he finished, 8th place his first season?
Eighth first season. So then the second season, did he even finish 4th, or he just scraped for 4th?
5th or 6th or something like that.
And then here's the thing, though, to kind of end what you were saying. But that's the thing. With United, they see it the way you do. I think he will get time. I think he will have patience. They will be patient with him. That's why with us, with the whole Lampard talk, we're back here being like, Chelsea don't think that way. See, this guy's gonna get the sack. Kiko, he wins no trophy.
That was how Chelsea moved from day one. You know what I'm saying? Let's go through the list of Villas-Boas, Scolari, World Cup winner, just got in. Yeah. Gush Hindick took him basically to a semifinal, one of the best Chelsea teams you've seen. Di Matteo won in the Champions League, next season sacked. Yeah. We could go, the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? They've never really gave a coach time, but that's Roman for you. Yeah. Roman for you is if you're not getting me titles, you're out. Mourinho got them 3 Prems, still found a way to sack.
Got sacked twice.
Exactly. So that's what to kind of end the point. That's what I was saying. Who cares what the media is saying? Who's caring what fans are saying? They have an owner who's gonna be like, "Yo, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good."
Because he's spending bread.
Conte is one of the best managers in the world. Sacked.
Yeah, but
sorry, won the Europa League and finished 3rd place. Sacked.
Nah, he didn't get sacked. He left.
Nah, he got sacked.
Nah, he signed a Juve.
Sorry does not leave Chelsea on a mutual, unless it's a mutual agreement.
I think it was a mutual.
It's mutual.
But that's what I'm saying. It's mutual because Chelsea's like, yo,
you gotta go. We'll compensate you. So
you gotta go.
And Juve was calling. It was a mixture of everything. But he wouldn't go stay.
I don't think Sarri was bad. And I think Conte had one good season in the season after what he finished.
But look at everything.
And look how he treated Costa, one of your best strikers.
Remember we lost to City 6-0. The whole thing with Kepa. The sorry ball, like in the stadium, they would say, "Fuck off, sorry." All that they used to think, Jorginho and him were too close. Like your son, why do you keep playing him? It was just the energy around the club was not good with sorry.
One amazing run. Remember that one run of 15 games on the sorry ball? And everybody was screaming. But
same thing.
The minute you lose, it's no more sorry ball.
It's the same thing with Ole at the wheel.
He was competing for the title at one point.
Yeah, but it don't matter if it's 15 games in. It's 38 game season. 15 games ain't good enough.
They had that.
I don't know who Emery's and worse.
He going from coaching Arsenal, he's coaching Villarreal now, and Barca smoked him 4-0.
Hey,
he's never beaten Barcelona at any team he's been.
Yo, so ending off the topic though, where do y'all see these teams that we're talking about now in the Premier League at the end of the year?
United, Chelsea.
I honestly believe it's the season of the Young Bucks, bro. The Young Bucks, as I mean, the Evertons. Well, they're not Young Bucks, but like. The outside, your regular top 8, but not your regular top 4s. That's how I'm starting to see it. But listen, I learned my lesson from jumping the gun last season when I said United is not going to finish 4th and we should just ride it out and focus on the Europa League. You get me? So I'm gonna just let the season ride out because we all seen crazy run of forms. We seen Leicester in 3rd competing for the title at 2nd at one point to finish 6th. You get what I'm saying? So there's still we're only 3 games deep. Still 35 games left to go, so that's a whole...
I got you with my top 4 right now. Liverpool, City, Leicester City, Spurs.
Liverpool, Manchester City, Leicester, and Spurs. You think Spurs out of all teams...
Oh, they just knocked y'all out, and they got y'all this weekend.
So how you judging if they didn't play us this weekend?
We'll see this weekend.
We'll talk.
And the narrative's going to be hot. This is how I know him. If Spurs beat them this weekend,
they got it.
He's still gonna say United's finishing in the top 4 with them.
Bro, I do not. I don't think. I mean, I agree with
Gareth Bale comes back healthy.
The
Human
first
Son's
two.
Eventually gonna come back. They just signed. What's his name?
We might have Sancho might be ready on Saturday.
Yo. Speaking of Sancho, I mean Dembele.
No, let me hear your top 4 before.
Oh, my top 4.
Get on that.
All right, so I agree with the first two. Liverpool, City, Leicester City, Chelsea.
Stop! Don't do that.
Chelsea at third.
Okay, if you got Chelsea
and the Spurs.
Leicester City is not going to be in it.
I don't think. But you're talking about other teams. Spurs. I agree with Spurs. You leaving out. Wait, you leave.
So Leicester City's 5-2 thumping a City.
We said that they were in third last year, and
Madison injured. Sionchu suspended. Chilwell injured.
And what happened? That could the same thing could happen this year.
Lisa Ann got a point.
That's a fact.
Now I'm saying because I speak fast.
Jamie Vardy goes down. They go down to 9th, if you ask me. Even worse, you talking about Madison, Chilwell, cool. Vardy goes down, relegation. Right. I'm not gonna obviously y'all chill. But they ain't finishing top 4. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna say my if top 4, and then I'm gonna say what I think the top 4 is gonna be. If we get our signings, I think United's gonna finish second. I said if. You know I'm a United fan, but I can't.
Yo, bro, the deadline is on Monday.
I know,
Monday.
but I said if.
Yeah. But who are these signings though?
I said
who are these signings?
If we get Tellez and we get Sancho. Or bro, I just need a right winger, bro. I just need somebody.
Bro, you know, Daniel James is gonna be on his way out.
Nah, he said I want to fight for my place.
Sancho's a great. What's his name? Yo, Daniel's a great player, but you got to play left wing. He's not a right winger. That's his problem. You know, they keep.
No, he's not playing. He's not gonna play,
bro. But
bro,
I'm
go to
telling
Leeds.
Yo, we get Sancho. We get Sancho. It's gonna be a heck of a season, bro. If we get Dembele, if we get Dembele, Ole's getting sacked.
Wait,
yo, no funny though, huh?
Sancho's playing center.
That's it. That too.
Yo. You talking down on Bailly's name, bro?
Yo, Bailly's
the
aight,
GOAT.
bro.
That's
I'm
the
telling
GOAT,
ya, bro.
If he can stay fit,
You still got.
Yo, Bailly walks into Chelsea's
Let's be real.
defense.
Let's be real.
He comes in.
Fosu
That's
he's
not
not. It's Fosu Mensah. What you rating
that's still
Fosu
something
Mensah?
to talk about, you know?
I'm
He's a
sorry.
squad.
Not
He's a
Fosu Twanzibi. What you rating Twanzibi?
Squad player. He's a squad player.
What you rating
Twanzibi's
Twanzibi?
a
Squad player.
You didn't see what he did with Aston Villa?
This is what I literally pay homage.
Wait, Aston Villa when?
When he was captaining them.
In the
Championship.
championship.
Oh, but when Tammy does it, it's good. Lisa Ann, I need you to behave.
He scored in the Premier League.
Lisa Ann,
But
I
he
need you to
scored
What
in
behave.
has Swansea done in the Premier League?
You said what?
Nothing.
He got injured.
Injured. Oh,
And he's a center back.
I don't know nothing about him.
Why isn't he in contention?
Because he was hurt.
He's still hurt.
He's hurt.
Bro,
He's still hurt.
United-
What do you want him to do?
And if
Come on, one leg?
healthy, why isn't he starting on the Lindelof, who's not that great?
He hasn't been healthy.
He hasn't been healthy.
So you're telling me when he's 100% healthy, he's in
But
contention?
you're not gonna tell me Twanzebi's
he's giving
taking.
you
Hey, bro.
competition.
So Twanzebi's taking the second place in the Premier League.
After that loan.
So Tammy's taking you to second place in the
Premier
Premier League?
Hey, listen.
Ah,
15 goals.
cheers.
How many goals he had in the Premier League?
15 goals, 16 goals in the first Premier League
7
season.
of them was against Norwich. But yo,
Yo, go ahead. What we saying, man?
Yeah.
Wait, I never even finished my top 4.
Go ahead.
Tendon Mengi, young buck captaining the young squad,
finish your top
pacey,
four for me.
strong.
Finish your
But
top
Chelsea
four.
could sit here.
Finish your top
Chelsea
four.
could sit here and on Reece James all day, yo. Reece James.
Reece James. Yeah, Reece James.
But when I want to bring up Tendon Mengi, finish your top 4. Finish your top 4.
Finish your top four.
Finish your top 4.
Damn, son. I feel like there's mad pressure on me now.
Nah, second on
Second.
United. He's a little high right now.
I genuinely like don't even want to say Liverpool first, but most likely it's gonna be them.
Yeah.
If you don't think they're first, you lose legitimately.
Nah, because you could also argue City going first too.
You don't think Liverpool's gonna win the league?
What,
And you cannot put Liverpool third.
bro?
You done said United second.
you
So
know what?
Yo, honestly, Sancho coming in, United taking the league this season. That's it. You feel me, brother?
Yo, son, why?
You feel me,
We're
brother?
losing viewers by the second.
Nah, yo, all jokes aside, like this is genuinely how it would be. I think it'll be Liverpool first, United second, City third, and then it'll be Leicester fourth. Spurs not making it, Chelsea not making it. They're fifth and sixth. And yo, we're gonna come back to what's today's date?
October 1st,
2nd?
man.
October
1st.
1st?
October 1st.
We coming back to this date. You're gonna be like, damn, son, Islam cold.
Say that. But talking about your signings, I'm seeing this whole thing with Dembele and.
But
like,
that's if we get our place. If we don't, we're probably getting relegated this season.
I understand.
y'all happy with Dembele? I think that's a good backup.
No, I'm
Listen
not
to
happy with
Sancho.
Dembele.
I'm
No,
not
no,
happy.
no, no.
I'm not happy
Why?
with Dembele
It's
injury.
on loan.
Injury wise.
Have you seen our staff? We can't even keep our own players fit. You think we're gonna keep Dembele fit?
First of all,
My thing is with Dembele, it's a huge gamble. If you keeping him healthy
So
and you
super
keep
signing.
him on task, I feel like he's gonna
Super
link
signing.
pretty. He's gonna link that link up, bro. Just imagine that Martial, Pogba, and Dembele link
On
up.
paper, fire.
Here,
Real
all right,
life,
first
Victor.
of all, you guys are missing the elephant in the room. In order to get him, it's
He
going
has
to be
to
a
want
what?
to come.
That I'll get into that point. One, it's a loan, right? They want him to take him on loan. Barcelona's coming out saying we're not loaning him to United
Only
unless
yourself.
unless you buy him out right afterwards.
But they want 50 mil. That's nothing.
Bro, first of all, if I'm Barcelona, 50 mil,
That's an L.
Dembele ends up becoming one of the worst signings you've ever made in history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
For
it's
them.
120.
For them. But that's for Barcelona.
That's for Barcelona.
Barcelona.
And then that's my thing too. Secondly, if you're United, and this is what I was telling you off script, Fabricio came out and said that United's trying to convince the player who 2 weeks ago told
dubbed him.
I'm not. Now, credit to you guys' point. He dubbed United, but he's also dubbing everyone else. Doesn't want to leave the club. For the point I made, if he leaves Barcelona, he's going to go down as one of the biggest flops ever for that club. If you're United, the fact that you got to convince anybody to come to you guys, it's a dub. Because that means to me, you completely lost your shine. And to go a little off tangent with the whole Donny van de Beek, that should be a huge red flag. Because when Van de Beek's agent comes out ripping United, that tells me United went to Van de Beek and his camp and said, listen, you're going to start for us. The fact that Van de Beek hasn't started for you guys yet, unless it's outside of cup games, that's a huge issue.
My thing is about Van de Beek, though, a big baller. Obviously proving himself in the 3 games that he came in, right? The man just settled in. They want to throw him. They want to, as we see a lot of players when they get thrown under pressure quick. When Bruno first came in, we lacked that position deeply. So he had to play. Right now, Pogba's not getting minutes.
Oh, he is, but he needs to get less minutes.
But when he first started, he was getting less. He was getting 60. He's not getting full 90. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
Hear me out.
But here's where you're missing the point. You're saying Donny van de Beek has to settle in. Donny van de Beek has played Champions League. He's a Dutch international. And the fact that his camp is coming out saying, why isn't he starting, tells me Van de Beek is telling his camp, why aren't I playing?
I just want to debunk that rumor that you just said.
So his agent, that's a lie.
It was not his agent. It was not his agent. It was somebody from the club Ajax itself. His agent did not say anything.
So his agent didn't say that.
But it still makes sense, though, what he said. It still makes sense.
I see if the club is complaining, because I personally said he should have started that last Premier League game.
He should say that. You did say that.
He should be starting.
Coming off COVID.
And he will start against Spurs.
I think he'll start. I think he'll start.
So how do they play?
I'm thinking against
No
Spurs.
Pogba. No Pogba. You play with a 6 and
Maguire. No, he's playing Shaw, Maguire,
Lindelof,
and Bissaka.
Yeah.
He's not starting Lindelof. You need a pace. You need someone
And
as physical to stop Harry Kane.
Yeah.
and then your midfield. I think you play 1-6 and Van de Beek.
I
and
think
He's
Bruno.
playing Pogba on a deeper role.
In my opinion, that's how I thought it should have.
I would rather see Pogba come in the last 60 minutes. The last 40 minutes, like how he did come in the Brighton game. I know it was just Brighton, but his energy, he was hungry and he came in, he shifted the whole game. So I'd rather see that rather than him starting off mash, sloppy, this, and that. So I'd actually rather him start with Bruno, Van de Beek, and whether Scott or Fred behind them. I prefer Scott just because of the physicality. Yeah. Fred's a great pickup with the ball, but he needs another center defensive mid next to him. You feel me? So I'd prefer Scott behind them, but that's who I'd prefer.
I don't think McTominay is a 6 at all.
And that's another thing that you kept bringing about Sancho, and we need a right wing. You need a right. Y'all need a defensive midfield.
Oh yeah, no, but right now what we need is a right wing. We cannot play. We play consistently off the left wing. If you know this guy's going to shoot with his left, what are you going to do? You're going to stop his left every single time.
But here's where, bro, we've all played the game. Now, maybe it's the way I see the game. The game is won in the middle of the pitch. Right wing and all, but
okay, but look,
if there's no Pogba 6 to stop play, and mind you,
also have Pogba drop back. We're good right now, low key.
But Kiko, you see,
you're assuming Pogba wants to go deep.
But we're not the greatest right now in that position, but we're good. Like we can win. We can win first place if we have the essentials on our right side. So you're telling me Rashford, Martial, Sancho cannot get you first place?
That to me doesn't matter because how are you going to stop Liverpool City the other way?
What are you talking? But then you have Bruno, Pogba, and Van de Beek in the center mid.
See, you keep bringing Pogba. Why does everyone think Pogba will settle for a deeper role?
He's played in that deeper role.
He wants to play further up.
He's played in that deeper role his whole career at United. He's never played as a center attacking mid in his whole career at United.
My thing is, all this talk about all this about Pogba.
Before he went to Juve, but when he went to Juve, he was playing a deeper role.
But my thing, hold up, you just brought it up. You said Juve. The Juve team was built around Pirlo. And Pogba and who else?
Vidal,
Marquisio were just the pieces around it.
Champions.
It wasn't. The team was never built around Pogba at Juve. Pirlo was that centerpiece, and then you put things around him that build the rest of the team.
I
now,
just want to tell you something.
I don't think Pogba's a 6.
Bro,
I don't think he's a 6.
He wants to play further up.
He's attacking
on his
midfielder.
Day is the greatest midfielder right now. On his day.
He's one of in the Premier League talent-wise. I'll give him that.
He is the greatest midfielder on his day.
But he hasn't shown it.
He is better than De Bruyne on his day.
I haven't
seen him outclass
I haven't
De Bruyne
seen. I
at
have
City.
not seen it.
We've seen him outclass City, bro. We've seen Pogba.
that doesn't matter.
I ain't seen it.
Now
I
it
ain't
doesn't
seen
matter.
it.
Bro,
I ain't
it's
seen
a
it.
38 game
comes
season.
into City, right? If Pogba comes into City right now, he would light it up more than De Bruyne.
So United
and that's
go-
a fact.
so
and
De
that's a
Bruyne-
fact. What? On my mother, bro. On my
If
mother,
Pogba
bro.
goes to Madrid and Barcelona, he's gonna light it up.
100%.
So that's no bearing.
Did you hear what I said? I'm not saying Barcelona. I'm not saying Madrid. I'm saying man to man. If he was to swap De Bruyne with Pogba, you would see crazier stats.
But
from Pogba.
Madrid, you have to bring up Madrid and Barcelona because your argument is if he was on a better team that keeps the ball, he would violate. Of course he would. Bro, Foden's violating because they have the ball. So, but my thing is that with Paul Pogba, I could be wrong, but from articles that I've read is that Pogba wants to play further up the pitch.
He's not a six. He's not a
He
six.
doesn't want to sit. Now, I agree with you. I think he's got everything to be a six because he's built like Vieira, and he's actually more
got
stronger
better
than
feet,
Vieira, and
yeah.
he has better feet. It's all up to him if he wants to play deeper. That's my thing, because you guys could look it up, but I read somewhere that he actually prefers to play kind of Bruno's position because Bruno's got the free roam. And to your point, I think Pogba's better than Bruno. I think Pogba thinks he's better than Bruno.
Yeah, he's got more personality, more character.
So in theory, it's correct. I don't think Pogba wants to play
Okay, so
six.
if we're doing a quick comparison between Pogba and Bruno, the problem with Bruno and Pogba, right, is Pogba just doesn't have that second quicker than Bruno. Now, Pogba is better than Bruno, but why Bruno is more effective? Because how many times does Bruno lose the ball in a game? Too many times. I can't even count it on my hands.
Especially lately.
Because he's playing that late. He's playing that dangerous ball that he sees.
He's a high-risk
every
player.
single time. Yeah. He's going to take it, and if he knows you're making that run, he's going to do it. Pogba is just not there 24/7. Bruno, bro, you could be in the 90th minute and he'll still play that dangerous ball. He does not care. And that's the reason why Bruno's always low-key stat padding. That's what everybody keeps saying.
Yeah.
And it goes whatever he's doing it, but you got to convert penalties at the end of the day. Like, we can't just be like, oh, he's got a penalty.
Nah, yeah.
You know?
The people that complain
But-
about the penalties, they need to stop.
But other than that,
I don't
I
know.
think it's more of a rebuild. It needs more of a.
You need a
It's
foundation. Like the front, the firepower you guys have, I think is probably top 2 in the league behind.
That's my thing. I don't think you guys lack goals.
You don't lack goals, bro.
We don't.
You don't lack goals. I mean,
we lack creativity.
Creativity.
The creativity in the midfield, like you said.
And we do
But you
lack
want to know
goals.
why? Because
you don't.
You keep turning to the left side every single time. We know Rashford wants to take that player every single time. That's all he wants to do. So every time Rashford's getting that ball, he's doing some crazy shit. He's doing some crazy shit. I see it every single game. 90 minutes of Rashford either invisible or doing some crazy shit. You can't depend just on Rashford, right? Martial wants to drop a little bit, make a 1-2, make his run. That's Martial's preference. Sometimes he'll get into the box, right? We do not have anybody on the right wing.
Champions League draw out though.
finally.
I don't know. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I seen two groups that really caught my eye. Obviously, the United group. But I'm not gonna sit here and talk about if United don't get the signings. I wouldn't say I don't think they have a chance, but it's just gonna be much more difficult for them to get out that group.
Yeah, PSG,
Of course, PSG, Leipzig being under.
I think they might, because Leipzig might steal some points off PSG. They looking good.
What's funny? People forget they played each other with the semis,
Yeah, so-
and they had Leipzig want revenge.
Right.
Leipzig want revenge, and I think with Ole, I'm interested to see how he does against European teams. Now we've seen what he does
This is
against.
where for every single team, depth really has to.
It's gonna come into
This my
play.
thing.
Tactics gotta
PSG are
change.
riding off of a high of we just made it to the World,
And they want revenge on y'all too.
I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
gonna be. It's definitely the group of death. It's about us being healthy. It's about players showing up to ball.
Yeah.
This time we do not have Lukaku, so that's a big miss.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lukaku. Now,
Seen Rashford on Twitter.
Yeah,
paying
yeah,
homage.
shout out to
Shout
Rashford is
out.
definitely a
He's
young,
the goat. He's the
definitely
goat.
young
I think
kid.
that's one player all fans love, because just.
Even though-
what
But not
he
even
does.
he was giving homage to Lukaku,
Yeah,
respect.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's
Though
paying homage.
he's paying respect.
So my thoughts on that group is that
Who's the two coming out?
honestly,
Who's the two coming out?
PSG, right? For me, right now, it's PSG Leipzig.
I can see PSG Leipzig.
PSG Leipzig. Who's the fourth team? Oh no, the Turkish team.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the-
the-
Robinho and all that. Başakşehir.
Yo,
But then Baba.
Yo, so I'm just honestly what caught my eye most. I'm just obviously I think it's just the end of the era this year. I feel like that was a thing God just made happen.
Yeah.
Let's give that group of home and away, give the fans what they want. If they meet each other again somewhere down the line in the knockout stages, then they do.
what are you talking about?
The Juve and
Oh,
Barca.
game of the
yeah.
goats.
I think it's literally a sign of end of the era. Like they're both just trying to all right, this is the last one. We're gonna battle it out.
Who's going first?
I think.
I think it's Juve.
Remember, it's 2 games.
It's 2 games.
I
It's Juve.
Think
I
Juve
think-
over 2.
I think I might go with Barca. I'm like how Barca's moving the ball.
I'm
in the
have to
Coleman
say
right now.
Juve.
Nah, I
Just
think
know-
I'm
Barca.
not convinced with Pirlo yet.
Yeah.
I'm on Barca. I'm on Barca.
Just knowing
But
Ronaldo.
Ronald Koeman, both games, he smacked scrub teams.
Then you could say that about your whole
No,
league.
Juve had the 2-2 draw against Roma, and Roma looks good.
Yeah, Roma looks good, but you could say that about your whole league.
Villarreal,
Roma look
though. Villarreal, though.
What do you mean decent? You're a decent Spanish team. Come on.
Name me 3
Unai
players
Emery.
on Villarreal.
Who's the
Hey, who's the-
Pau Kubo? Yeah, Kubo.
yeah.
Got smacked.
Your side-
Got smacked.
Our 19-year-old
Yeah.
kid, on my fault.
But your
golden boy.
19-year-old kid is better than half your squad. Let's be real. Let's be real. He's better than Hazard that you paid 150 million for.
Make it
Make it real.
Hold on.
Listen, man, y'all took that L. Thank you though for
But,
that. Though.
yo,
3 games, 7 points.
Let me say,
Yo,
I'm not saying, obviously I know Ronaldo till I die. Like, he's the reason why I really bangs with Bull, him and Van Nistelrooy. But let's be real right now. I'm just saying, off of what I've been seeing off of Barca, I'm like, all right, they knocking it.
And
They knocking it, bro.
People they just signed too.
And
Serginho.
they're getting good signings, exactly. And he's not afraid to tell certain players, fuck off. Excuse my Francais.
that
Louis
got him, but that's what got him sacked.
And
everything got him
Atletico
sacked.
too has a case in that La Liga.
Yeah.
That João Felix, Costa, and Suarez.
Here's my only issue with Juve.
Why you think Juve will finish first?
Because I think they're listen. As much as Ronald Koeman has kind of changed their identity, it's still a squad made up of the same team that has been terrible the last
Defensively,
and
they
that's
still
my
haven't
point.
Added.
I think they still have great talent, right? With obviously Leo Messi holding the line, but I look at Juve and kind of told the talks we were talking about before. They look happier under Pirlo. Whether they're better under Pirlo, it's up for
You're
debate.
trying to tell me that Pirlo team is going to win the Champions League.
I mean, look who they have. They have Mr. Champions League on the team. And then here's the thing: when you look at both rosters, right now Koeman's playing a 4-2-3-1. That pivot is De Jong and Busquets. I don't think Busquets has legs anymore. I really don't.
So you need somebody next to him.
And that's what I'm saying. So I look at Juve, and McKinney looks lively. Betancourt is good. Dybala's probably going to be back healthy. De Ligt's going to be healthy. And then obviously Ronaldo. He's already started. He's already
that young kid's name, the striker that they had.
For Juve?
Yeah, starts with a B.
Not Morata. They
and
signed him too.
that's my thing. I don't know who
Where's he
Morata
from?
is.
Where's he from?
The kid that scored.
Oh, Kuleveski.
Lefty.
The
Lefty.
Sweden.
that's actually
The
my
Swedish
bad.
kid.
Lefty. Yeah.
Bro, I really like Juve. Do I think they're favorites? No.
Bernardeschi, whatever.
Bernardeschi. I'm not saying they're favorites to win it all, but I think they're going to come out first.
Yo,
leg.
genuinely, like, there's only 3 teams right now, like, in all of football that are really just strong. All the other teams are in shambles. If you really think about it, if we really sit here and think about it,
who's lit?
every single it's PSG, it's Barca. It's Bayern. I bugged out, and it's Liverpool. Those are only 3 teams.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
Every other single team
I
is
agree
just
with
like
that.
too shaky.
Juve is shaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because of your point, Pirlo. We don't know what he is.
Not
yet.
even Pirlo
exactly.
because of how they
Like,
ended last season.
yo,
Sorry.
like earlier in the episode, we're doing our top 4, and like I'm sitting here trying to think of a top 4. You're sitting here trying to think of a top 4. Before it was like, yo, United this, Liverpool this, City this. It was right away. People know like, these teams are gonna perform. Bro, we can't even tell who's gonna come out of these groups. I mean, we're looking at the scrub teams thinking like, yo, they might steal a couple points off of Barca. They might steal a couple points off City. You never know, bro.
But shout out to Drogba and Maluda for that easy group. They did the draw. Sevilla, Krasnodar.
Sevilla.
Y'all still gonna somehow.
Yo, Sevilla
somehow
got a
end up
case.
crashing
Sevilla's
out.
nice. Sevilla's
Somehow
nice.
still gonna crash out. Somehow gonna still crash out, bro. How let y'all?
Bro, but you see, that's my thing. If they crash out,
Hey,
he's gonna get sacked.
Get him out of here.
He's gonna get
Yeah, but you can't defend that. You got a group like that.
He's a
where
fraud.
you're
You have
a
to
favorite.
finish on top of that.
He's a
group,
fraud.
You have to, yeah.
They got to
He's a
finish top of the
fraud.
group.
I feel like
You know what the group is type cool.
You remember the last World Cup? It was just mad shockers out who was coming out the groups. Germany getting knocked out. This getting knocked out. It was a bunch of shockers.
It's about to be like that this season.
I really feel like the Champions League this season is gonna be just like that. You're gonna see shockers.
I
The
know.
no fans. The no fans.
You gotta see how it
the
wraps
no
up.
spending. You're gonna see a shockers. Like,
So
you're gonna see a lot of stuff changing next season. Like I feel like next season.
But in my opinion, I agree with Islam. I think right now, those 3 teams he named, Bayern, PSG, and Liverpool. they're the
yeah, but
favorites.
Bayern just got handed 4-1 last weekend.
Yeah,
but then they beat Dortmund the other day.
3-2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
for a
Dortmund
cup.
is just like, I don't know what's up with
Feed a
them.
club. Any Dortmund fan on
And
here?
they wanna-
come
They
back,
ain't
bro.
feeding Sancho.
I don't get it.
120
But if it
I
was
really
mine, they would
feeding
bend
him.
over. They're like, take Sancho for free, sir. I just don't get it, bro.
Bro,
But when it comes to
Haaland
us,
looks ridiculous.
he's insane.
Bro,
He's gonna get sold for 50
Yo,
mil
honestly,
next year.
I'ma have this.
Yo, his thing is 50 mil next season, right?
I know where your head is at.
I'm gonna have this
I know
talk
where your head
right
is
now.
at. I know where his head
honestly,
is at.
bro.
Gio.
Serginho.
McKinney. Conrad.
Pulisic. Yo, we looking alright, bro.
World Cup.
We're
England?
looking alright,
Portugal?
And Chris Richards came on for Bayern.
Come on,
From
bro.
yeah.
Come
Yo,
on,
I'm
bro.
telling, and there's
Nice.
other
They're on
more
the rise.
talent like, Matt Miziaga,
chill.
Lyndon Gooch.
Yo, real quick before we wrap
New
up
York
the episode,
Cosmos.
real quick before we wrap up the episode, you know, like how in the UK they got the cages and stuff like that. Even I'm a name drop right now. Nobody's gonna really know about this if they don't live in this town. Valley, what's it called? They even got futsal courts now in Hendy. So it's literally like coming where soccer is going up quick, bro. They got courts, so now we having our own cages. So 5, this and that. Like it's coming up, bro. I feel like
I'm just
USA
happy.
But you know what? I feel
years-
like USA been had talent. I just think they're finally identifying
It's been the system. It's the system.
different profiles of players.
With all those players we just named, what's the common theme?
They're all
They've
went
left.
over Europe.
They've left
It's
from
the
young.
system that we
It's
have that really suppresses the players. So
But let's be real. And, Barca got that other kid too.
Conrad De La Fuente.
Conrad, yeah.
But let's be real.
But he's not an international.
Serginho.
He'll be one.
Serginho, I think he'll definitely be an international, especially representing Barca, and then Coleman really like impressed with you the most. Let's be real. At the end of the day, Serginho, half nationality, didn't really grow up here. Same thing with Conrad, shipped right to Spain. Pulisic scrapped at a young age. All these kids, they weren't like, we came out of Gio's father was already a name, was born in Sunderland.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Came to New York a little bit, then moved back out. All these names, they either very well connected, or you're already out there making
like
moves.
I told you, it's the system here is
So-
just not meant for us to make it.
It's you can't go from I'm one of the best bowlers in high school, and now I'm gonna play college one ball and settle for that.
To be fair, that some of these these clubs with great recruitment, they do have an eye for talent. I mean, Josh Sargent came out of Missouri,
Yeah, some random.
and Werder Bremen picked him up. Another name I'm going to give you, the guy from Philadelphia Union,
Who's that?
Aronson.
Right.
He just got picked up for Salzburg.
Yeah. And there's more we haven't heard about.
He
Like
played for the Philadelphia Union. 17-year-old playing MLS. Salzburg picked him up. Oh, and I got another name for you. A coach, Jesse Marsh. American. Yo, I'm telling you right now, 2-3 years from now, he's going to get a big club.
Ted Lasso.
Bobby.
Now y'all seen that show Ted Lasso?
Nah.
Y'all should watch that.
That's how you know FFC's done over here.
No,
man.
for real. Yo, viewers, watch that Ted Lasso show. It's basically a coach who takes over Crystal Palace. An American coach, and it's
I got
straight
you.
roast.
American coach?
Yeah, it is just straight roast,
He used
bro.
to be on SNL.
Yo, FFFC, we out. Drop comments, like, subscribe, all that. You know the vibes. Catch y'all another day.
I'm out, man.